I think my biggest problem, or my biggest asset, depending on who you ask, is that I always ask why. Why? Why are things the way they are? Why am I the way that I am? And that has put me on a never-ending journey of self-discovery, rabbit holes, conspiracy theories, tinfoil hats, all of it. But I'm never gonna stop asking why. That's for damn sure. Because whenever I ask why, it's always that things aren't as they seem, you know? And yeah, so I encourage you to always ask why. But today, on my never-ending quest of why am I the way that I am, and you know, I know that I'm a highly sensitive person. What does that mean? I don't know, because I've never really read a book about it, or probably done the amount of research that I needed from an external source, because I'm always looking at myself. I'm a very highly aware person. I have high self-awareness, more than probably 99% of the people on the earth. And yeah, I've always been highly sensitive, you know? When my entire family laughed and was like, oh, she's nature baby, as soon as she gets in the driveway, she takes off all her clothes. That was because the clothes were fucking, like, grating on me. I mean, right now, I only wear pajama type clothes and things that are very comfortable, because I haven't worn underwear in, unless I was gonna take them off for somebody, but then it was like a present, and I would take that. I would wear underwear then, but I don't wear underwear because I don't fucking like the seams and the threads and the things touching me. And even right now, I'm highly aware of whatever sweatshirt I have under this sweatshirt, how it's, you know, like I'm very highly sensitive. And I didn't know I was highly sensitive until I was fucking 50. Do you know how fucked up that makes you? Yeah, like I've never felt like I've ever been a part of anything. I like how, can you see it? This wishing stone? I've never fit in, and you know, I was my brother and sisters are full to each other, one of each, and I'm a half. I came 5 years later from my mom, who basically raised them, but they all called her mom, but I was like her only biological child. And I think maybe that I wasn't really wanted. I think I probably really wasn't wanted. I'm probably pretty sure that, you know, my father had 2 kids, a boy and a girl, and he really didn't want this. You know what I mean? And that makes complete sense now, because I've never really felt wanted. No, I didn't have it. I can't remember anything other than like survival and maybe like shopping. Like, I mean, there were probably a lot of materialistic things, but there was no love. You know, I spent all of my time alone, and I had to like look back at that. Ironically, I had a child in my life that I was talking to, and I don't know, maybe I'll still be talking to her, but it's just been so jarring to me, because it's like putting it right in my face that, wow, you know, your parents, like, you had a safe place to live and you had food. You never had a want for, you know, a materialistic thing, really. I did want to play the violin and nobody wanted to let me do that. That was kind of a heinous story if you think about it, because when I asked to play the violin, I remember specifically being on my parents' bed. We moved in like the 5th grade, so it had to be 4th grade or under. And I was like, it was the time that they were like, here, you can be in band. And I was like, I wanted to be in band in so much way, so much. And they said, they actually brought my brother and sister in the room, and they said, only nerds were in band. Nobody wants a band geek. It's not a heart, but it looked like one in with the sun. Anyway, so I'm always asking why I am the way I am. And you gotta look at your childhood. You gotta look at your childhood. Don't be some like smooth-brained, fucking low-consciousness motherfucker who's like, oh, get over it, it was your childhood. You're like a tree. You're like, you know how like the lines in the tree signify each year? Well, your inner child is still in there, alive and well. They do say like everything happens at once. Like, you know, it's all happening at once. Sometimes it's still really hard for me to conceptualize, but I get it. For me, that means you could still heal your inner child. And in order to heal your inner child, or in order to heal from anything, you have to be, what do I want to say? You have to be aware of what, you know, so these like families or these people that these people and family systems that have the mindset of, well, we don't talk about that, you know, and my mom even told me, what's in the past is in the past. I don't dwell on the past. Well, no, but that's why, I mean, your shadows hold you back. If you don't face your shadows, you will be stuck in that state, and that's very obvious to me. But you know, when you are awake, oh my god, start telling people some kind of like facts that you know, like, hey, your shadow's gonna hold you back until you address that shit, and then it's gonna be like, well, fuck you, who the fuck do you think you are? They're not wanting your knowledge, you know what I mean? So I think maybe the best thing is to just shut the fuck up and let them do whatever they're gonna do. But when it comes to me, you know, oh, that's a badass rock. Hold, please. Okay, for some, I can't get it out, but look at how cute it is. That is so cute. It's a special rock.